make we vote for una. Una promise us some things. The things una promise us, una give us now. Not crime. Wave that flag again. Wave, they give me inspiration. They give me inspiration. Wave the flag. Wave the flag. See.
Welcome to ChaRLian TV. This is ChaRLian TV News. Addressed to the nation by His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on the End SARS protest 22nd October 2020, Buhari states during the address to the public and the nation as a whole, "Fellow Nigerians, it has become necessary for me to address you, having heard from many concerned Nigerians and having concluded a meeting with all the security chiefs. I must warn those who have hijacked and misdirected the initial genuine and well-intended protest of some of our youth in the past of the country against the excessive of some members of the now disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS). On Monday, 12th October, I acknowledged the genuine concerns and agitation of members of the public relations, the excessive use of force by some members of SARS. The choice to demonstrate peacefully in a fundamental right of our citizens as enriched in Section 40 of our Constitution and other enactments. But this right to protest also imposes on the demonstrators the responsibility to respect the rights of other citizens and the necessity to operate within the law. As a democratic government, we listened to and carefully evaluated the 5-point demands of the protesters, and having accepted them, we immediately scrapped SARS and put measures in place to address the other demands of our youths," says Buhari during the address to the nation. Buhari further stated that on approving the determination of SARS, I already made it clear that it was in line with our commitment to implementation of intensive police reforms. Sadly, the promptness with which we have acted seems to have been misconstrued as a sign of weakness by some for their selfish, unpatriotic interest. The result of this is clear to all observers. Human lives have been lost. Acts of sexual violence have been reported. 2 major correctional facilities were attacked and convicts freed. Public and private properties completely destroyed and vandalized. The sanctity of the palace of a peacemaker, the Oba of Lagos, has been violated. So-called protesters have invaded an international airport, in the process disrupted the travel plans of fellow Nigerians and our visitors. All this executed in the name of the End SARS protest. I am indeed deeply pained that innocent lives have been lost. These tragedies are uncalled for and unnecessary. Certainly, there is no way whatsoever to connect these bad acts to legitimate expression of grievance of the youth of our country. The spreading of deliberate falsehood and misinformation through the social media in particular, that is the government is obvious to the pain and plight of its citizens, is a ploy to mislead the unwary within and outside Nigeria into unfair judgment and disruptive behavior. On the contrary, both our deeds and words have shown how committed this administration have been to the well-being and welfare of citizens, even with these steadily dwindling revenues and the added responsibilities and restrictions due to the coronavirus pandemic. Government has put in place measures and initiatives principally targeted at youth, women, and the most vulnerable groups in our society. This included our broad plan to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in the next 10 years, the creation of 75 billion National Youth Investment Fund to provide opportunities for the youth, and the Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Survival Fund, through which government is A. Payments 3-month salary of the staff of 100,000 micro, small, and medium enterprises. B. Paying for the registration of 250,000 businesses at the Corporate Affairs Commission. C. Giving a grant of 30,000 to 100,000 artisans. And D. Guaranteeing market for the product of traders. These are in addition to many other initiatives such as Farmer Money, Trader Money, Market Money, N-Power, N-Tech, and N-Agro. No Nigerian government in the past has methodically and seriously approached poverty alleviation like we have done. With regard to the welfare of police personnel, the national salary Income and Wages Commission has been directed to expedite action on the finalization of the new salary structure of members of the National Police Force. The emoluments of other paramilitary service are also being reviewed upwards in order to underscore the importance of education in preparation youth for the future. This administration has come up with a new salary structure and other incentives for our teachers. Let me at this point reaffirm the federal government's commitment to preserving the unity of this country. We will continue to improve good governance and our democratic process, including through sustained engagement. We shall continue to ensure that liberty and freedom, as well as the fundamental rights of all citizens, are protected. But remember that governments also have the obligation to protect lives and properties, as well as the right of citizens to go about their daily businesses freely and protected from acts of violence. To our neighbors in particular, and members of the international community, many of whom have expressed concern about the ongoing developments in Nigeria, we thank you and urge you all to seek to know all the facts available before taking a position or rushing to judgment and making hasty pronouncements. In this circumstance, I would like to appeal to protesters to note and take advantage of the various well thought out initiatives of these administrations designed to make their lives better and more meaningful, and resist the temptation of being used by some perceived elements to cause chaos, truncating our nascent democracy. For you to do otherwise will amount to undermining national security and the law and order situation. Under no circumstances will this be tolerated. I therefore call on our youth to discontinue the street protests and constructively engage government in finding solutions. Your voice have been heard loud and clear, and we are responding, says Muhammadu Buhari, the Nigerian president. Furthermore, he stated, I call on all Nigerians to go about their normal businesses and enjoy security agencies to protect lives and properties of all law-abiding citizens without doing harm to those they are meant to protect. Let me pay tribute to officers of the Nigerian Police Force who have tragically lost their lives in the line of duty. I would like to thank those state governors, traditional and religious leaders who have appealed for calm and restraint. I also thank youth leaders who have restrained their followers from taking the law into their hands. Finally, the government respects and will continue to respect all the democratic rights and civil liberties of the people, but it will not allow anybody, groups, to disrupt the peace of our nation. Thank you all. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, says Buhari. What do you think about this address to the nation? Leave a comment below and subscribe to ChaRLian TV for more local and trending news around Nigeria and Lagos. Bye for now. ChaRLian TV
So
News.
Nigerian youth, don't let anyone tell you you don't have a voice.
We publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content.
ChaRLian TV.